Welcome to Inland Empire Alive, bringing you issues, events, and perspectives from throughout San Bernardino and Riverside counties. I'm David Brady, and on today's show, Cynthia Arevalo-Ortiz with San Bernardino Valley College joins Blue the Wolverine to discuss the mascot's importance to campus life. That's today on Inland Empire Alive. Joining me now from San Bernardino Valley College, my next guests are a little bit blue today. Of course, I'm talking about Blue the Wolverine, the mascot, and Cynthia Arevalo-Ortiz, the events and operations lead for the college. Welcome to the program, both of you. This is such a special day for me.
Thank you for having us.
So, Cynthia, can you talk to me a little bit about how was Blue created and what was the sort of goal behind, designing a mascot for the college?
Yes, absolutely. Our Wolverine, in 2019, he was created by students and they had a social media campaign and they named him. So he was born from the students for the students.
And what do you hope people when they see him, what do you hope he represents to them?
You can see it through every event he is at, that he is just that warm, friendly person that you can, when you come into a space and you might be nervous, he's that friendly person that will make you feel comfortable and make you feel like you belong in that space.
So, Blue, I know that 2026 is a very important year for San Bernardino Valley College. It's actually the 100th anniversary, the centennial celebration. That must be very exciting, yes? So talk to me a little bit about the events and where people can see Blue typically. So I understand very, very busy.
Yes, absolutely. Being in the back scene, behind the scenes, every community, every event wants him there. He is so requested. The campus, the students, everybody just loves him so much.
So Blue, with all of the places that you go to, all of the demands that are placed on you, I would imagine that requires a lot of energy, right? A lot of energy, a lot of stamina to get through all those personal appearances. I understand, and this is kind of a unique thing, he was actually named by the students. That was really unique, that it wasn't just you went to some branding agency, you went to some sort of company and said, design us a mascot. Correct, he was actually born right there on campus among the students that would sort of call him a friend.
Yes, for 100 years, SBVC has been giving a voice to students and having reflected in Blue what the community looks like and feels like. So I think he's very much in touch with the pulse of the school.
Blue, is it tough always being in the spotlight? People always wanting to take your picture? Is that really, do you thrive on that? Sort of walking the metaphorical red carpet, everyone always wanting selfies? Yeah, lots of love. Where will you typically find him? I know he's on campus, he's off campus, he's at athletic events, he's at commencement. He's even been to Union Station, I heard.
Absolutely, he's been requested on and off campus. He's so requested. He makes a difference to every event. I know for a fact that he really thrives on everybody's smiles and he just loves being there. Yeah, great interaction.
Now, Wolverines are tough. People genuinely think of Wolverines as very, very tough animals. But Blue, is there a softer side to you? Is there a tender side to you that people don't normally see? With the claws and everything and the fierce teeth, but inside you're a big softie, right? Right? Aww.
He really represents our resilience and our journey as students.
Well, I know that for a lot of college students, particularly here in the Valley, students are a lot of times the first ones in their family to go to college. Can you speak to how Blue is kind of a warm, sort of friendly welcome to college for those students who may not have ever sort of had that experience in their family before?
Absolutely, and I can speak from personal experience. I'm a first-gen student. I came back to school after 20 years, and a lot of times you're not, you have anxiety. And Blue and what he represents, he's more than a mascot to our school and to our students. He makes people feel welcome, and that's why SBVC is it's a warm community place, and he embodies that. So I really feel like that's why the school's thriving.
So in this centennial celebration, what are some of the ways that Blue is being put to use? What are some of the places people have been seeing him, and what are some of the plans you have for him as this year rolls out?
Yes, he was just recently at our spotlighting event where he was handing awards to all of the winners of faculty and staff who made incredible contributions. He was giving them the awards. He is at our football games, at all the athletic events. He is at the graduations this year. We have 12 graduations, and then our commencement. He is
That is a busy schedule.
Absolutely. And then all of his social media. Our social media is doing so well. He was born out of social media, and that's where he is thriving also.
How do you keep up? How does the staff keep up for the intense demand? There must be so many places on campus that say, can we have him at this event? Can we have him at that event? How do you juggle? Because I would imagine must be times where you have to say no, that he's got a conflict, or, he can't be everywhere at once.
Actually, I think we have done an incredible job at accommodating every event. And if we're not at the beginning of it, we're at the end of it, in the middle of it. He has a very busy schedule.
Never wants to make someone unhappy.
No, not at all. He makes every effort to be there. He could be at 10 events in one day. Like, he really does make an effort to be at every event. And he is so wanted and welcomed.
Well, we will hear much more from Cynthia Arevalo-Ortiz and Blue the Wolverine right after these messages when we come back.
Did you know that $60 billion are lost every year to Medicare fraud?
If someone has been a victim of healthcare fraud, the more we talk about that this occurs, older adults will feel more comfortable about sharing their experience.
It's not about someone not being smart enough or not paying enough attention. Falling victim to fraud can happen to anyone.
If I've been scammed, if I've experienced it, and I'm angry about it, and I want to do something about it, then I have an opportunity to volunteer and share with other people. Here's what happened to me, but it doesn't have to happen to you.
Medicare fraud hurts people, it hurts Medicare, and we need your help to make a difference.
It's powerful to be able to address an issue like Medicare fraud, and being a volunteer for SMP gives you that power to do it.
If you have passion and dedication and want to be of service, we'd love to have you join our team.
For more information or to volunteer, visit californiasmp.org.
Well, I'm joined today by some very special guests from San Bernardino Valley College, Blue the Wolverine, the official Valley College mascot, and Cynthia Arevalo-Ortiz with the college's marketing department. And we're talking about kind of the significance of having a mascot and what he's added to the college over the past couple of years. How did it change kind of the feeling on campus? Going from just having, a team to having a recognizable face, someone that people could sort of look forward to, could sort of become that sort of symbol of the campus.
Yes. Something that is happening with students is that there's so much screen time come from a digital world. And I feel like Blue is that transition from a digital, animation into real human communication. So he helps be that bridge and that gap between those worlds.
I know that they say a lot of students, particularly college students now, grew up during the age of COVID and they missed out on a lot. Is he kind of that warm, even though Wolverines are tough, even though, he's still that kind of cuddly figure that people can sort of like, oh, I feel welcome here. I feel like this is a familiar place. It's like you're almost at Disneyland.
Yeah, it's absolutely true that he makes people feel comfortable and welcome, and he does it with nonverbal communication, which I think is a lot we can learn from.
Well, that's an interesting point you make, because he has to be a representative to everybody. He's got to be able to communicate and make connections with everybody on campus, whether it's the president, who we've had on the program before, Dr. Gill, or, the janitorial staff, the students, the staff, the teachers, he's got to be able to relate to everybody. Can you talk to me before I let you go about Valley Up and that significance to the centennial celebration and that sort of school spirit embodied in that symbol?
Absolutely. We're always looking forward to the future, and that's what we continue to thrive for, is to be a representation of our community, make everybody feel welcome, acknowledged, and just have a place to thrive.
And so what does that symbol represent? What is all embodied in Valley Up? It's a celebration of 100 years, certainly. It's a celebration of the next 100 years. I would imagine it's a celebration of kind of all the excellence that has come out of your school. Is it fair to say?
Absolutely. Absolutely. You embodied it perfectly.
Can you talk about the importance of mascots in general? I mean, to have to have a symbol at the campus that really people can rally around? As you mentioned, it's something that kind of unifies people.
Absolutely. We have just diverse communities that have celebrations and events, and Blue is that uniting figure that he brings his warmth, and just we all rally behind him, and his merchandise is so popular.
I didn't even think about.
Oh
Wow.
my goodness, he is just a star in social media, on campus, in person, but even his merchandise, we daily have people
So
say,
give me an idea of some of the swag that people can, some of the Blue swag.
well, here's one Valley Up, that's Blue. But we have T-shirts, we have scarves,
Miniature
we've
little
done,
plushies
we
of
have
Blue.
plushies that are incredible. They're so in demand. It's really funny because sometimes I'll be at the table there, and it's one per person, but they'll try to be like, hey, for my friend that wasn't here today,
Oh no.
Yeah,
No, no.
absolutely. I get that all the time. Or they'll come and, hey, I need a T-shirt for someone who's not here. But everybody really wants Valley Up, Centennial, Blue, just merchandise. There's so much energy on the campus. And I think people can see that and feel that with Blue's presence. And also through our social media, you can see really the story that SBVC is making a difference in our community.
Well, before I let you go, I want to make sure that people can know where they can find out all about Valley College. If you're out there, if you're a high school senior, perhaps you're thinking about where to attend, you can go to valleycollege.edu. Again, this is a banner year for the college. It's 100th anniversary. What are some of the reasons people should choose Valley College over any other institution, particularly if they're attending high school here in the Inland Empire?
I'll tell you a personal story.
I love those.
Okay. I came back to school after many years, 20 years, and I drive by schools to come to Valley. It's such a beautiful place. The people care about the students. I have felt so energized and feel accepted in spaces. And so it's made a difference in my life. And so that's what I would tell the next person, the next student. If you want a sense to belong and thrive and find community, SBVC really is a place to be.
When did you know you were going to go from being a student to making a career at that same campus?
The people.
That's what did
The
the
people
trick?
did it, yeah, absolutely, for me. I was taking a lot of online classes, but when I started going to and working certain events in the marketing department, it was the people and the community that just made me feel welcome. And I said, I want to be part of this vision. I want to be part of something bigger than me to pour into the next generation. And I think that everybody feels that way and really believes that.
You're making him tear
I
up.
know. I'll say, this is your interview. But that's what Blue embodies, and he brings that presence to every event.
All right, Blue, last question. That Marvel guy, the X-Men guy, what is his deal? Is he a friend of yours? Why is he so tense all the time? All right. Yep. Superheroes, they got problems. Well, Cynthia, Blue, it has been so wonderful having you on the program. I wish you all the best. Go Blue, go Valley College. Again, valleycollege.edu will tell you everything you want to know about this wonderful institution. Thank you so much.
Thank you for having us.
Visit iealive.com.